Today, I want to share a story that's a bit different from the usual content on my channel. It's about a piece of wisdom from a teacher that gave me immense comfort and strength, and I hope it resonates with you too. Society often sets expectations and milestones for us, doesn't it? By a certain age, you're supposed to go to college, find love, land a job. By another age, you're expected to get married, buy a house, or plan for retirement. If you feel like you're falling behind society's timeline even just a little, it's easy to feel anxious or rushed. I'd been there myself. During one of the darkest times in my life, I often thought everyone else is moving forward, but I'm stuck in place. When I scrolled through social media, it seemed like everyone around me was thriving, traveling, succeeding, getting married, buying fancy cars, while I felt frozen, left behind. I'd think things like, they're driving nice cars, they're marrying someone amazing, or even, will I ever get married? I was trapped in what felt like a mental prison. Eventually, I decided I couldn't live like that anymore. Desperate for a break, I went on a spontaneous trip, a kind of escape. I thought maybe, just maybe, new experiences in a foreign place would help me forget my struggles, even for a little while. So with no real plan and barely any money, I scraped together what I had and went on a budget backpacking trip to Southeast Asia for 4 days and 3 nights. I couldn't afford Europe, so Southeast Asia it was. To save money, I booked a cheap hostel. At that hostel, I ran into someone from Korea. As we talked, I realized it was my middle school teacher. Can you believe it? They recognized me first, even though I didn't recognize them. I was stunned. How could a teacher who taught countless students over decades remember me, a kid they only taught for a year, after more than 10 years? So I asked, how did you recognize me? I was just an average student, nothing special. They smiled and said, some kids just stick with you. It's hard to explain. The next day, we ended up traveling together. What struck me was how my teacher seemed to know I was struggling, even though I tried to act fine. They kept saying things that felt like exactly the encouragement or advice I needed. It was almost uncanny. I asked, how do you know I'm going through a tough time? They just said, you can feel it when someone you care about is struggling. It's not something you explain with words. Before we parted ways, on the morning I was leaving, my teacher handed me a thick envelope. They said, don't read this now. Wait until you're on your way home. So on the plane back, I opened the letter. And let me tell you, I was in tears reading it. Looking back, I still wonder why they were carrying such a letter. Did they borrow the paper, buy it somewhere? It's a bit of a mystery. That letter changed my life. It brought me back from the edge. Let me share the key parts with you. Everyone has their own unique grain, like a fingerprint. Think of it like colors. Some people are green, others are purple. Because we're all unique, we each have our own time. Einstein published his theory of relativity at 27. Vincent van Gogh didn't start painting until he was 26. Kurt Cobain, the legendary musician, passed away at 27, but Susan Boyle didn't find fame until she was well into her 47th year. Some people marry at 40 and live happily ever after. Others divorce at 30 and start a new chapter. One writer might hit the bestseller list at 30 with their first book, but never write another, while another publishes their first book at 50 and keeps creating until their final days. Recognize your soul's uniqueness. Trust that you have your own time. Focus on your unique journey and pursue the success that makes your soul sparkle. And remember, others are on their own journeys too, at their own pace, chasing what makes their souls shine. When you accept your own uniqueness in that of others, the anxiety of comparison fades. The illusion of being superior or ahead dissolves. We're all living in our own little universes, traveling our unique paths at our own speeds. There's no single right answer, so there can't be a wrong one either. There's only your unique journey, beyond right or wrong. So don't stress too much. Live a little lighter, a little freer. Nothing catastrophic will happen if you do. Life gets heavy when you take it too seriously, but it becomes joyful when you start to embrace it. Stop looking at others. Look at you. You have your own unique journey, so just flow at your own pace. There's no need to rush or stress. And please, recognize your own unique light. If you don't see it, who will? Chase the success that makes your soul shine. That's all that matters. Truly, that's it. That letter from my teacher was a lifeline, and I hope sharing it brings you some comfort too. No color in a rainbow is right or wrong, superior or inferior. Every color is simply unique. The same goes for our souls. Every soul is a piece of light in the rainbow of the universe. No soul's journey is better or worse, ahead or behind. Every journey is simply unique. When you embrace your own unique path and respect the journeys of others, the pain of comparison fades, and so does the arrogance of feeling superior. We live in a wondrous universe filled with vibrant diversity. Every moment, every being, every event is part of a radiant rainbow. Let's live this fleeting life with joy, lightness, and maybe a touch of sparkle. Thank you